Ahoy fellas up there in YouTube land, this is Frankie Day. This evening and on YouTube I have a update build report on Russell Gosselins D Day group build featuring my B-26 Marauder 148 scale. Okay, this is update number 4 fellas. So far from last update, I was in the preliminary stages of the filler of the model after it's been primed, and I had to resand these imperfections that I found through the priming of the model. I sanded on top of the fuselage, and I was also on top of the wing roots, which were joined to the fuselage. That had to be sanded. And I added the engine nacelles. All the engine nacelles had to be filled. The bottoms, the seams of the fuselage nacelles that they joined together, they had to be filled, which was very much putty on there. And the same thing was around the wing roots, as the nacelle roots, as they're adjacent to the bottom of the wing. They have to be filled also. So this is not the fifth priming. This is the final priming paintwork done on the Marauder right here. And the next will be the finishing up painting of it. And Bombay doors has been installed already. So I let the nose gill doors off, and also the main undercarriage doors have been left off. I will put them on last after they've been painted. And I can do some touch-up work, a little interior chromate green beneath the wheel wells. I got a little overspray with the gray primer on there, so I'm gonna hit that off before I go ahead and paint the model. As we zoom in right here, we can see and give you a walk around the Lazy Susan right here. How the primer does its job. No imperfections at all, fellas. This thing is pretty well imperfection free. So this is the fifth primering on it. In between primer coats to dry, I used filler. As Mark Cohen says, this is a filler queen, folks. But it wasn't as bad as as a couple other builds I've done recently that required a lot of filler. But this is a real nice kit, no fit issues. As you can see, the engine nacelles went on really perfect. There was no fit issues with that. And the engine's been painted, so I've got them all masked off to keep overspray from ruining the paintwork that I've done on the engines. All openings of this model have been filled with tissue, as you can see here. And I'll let this primer dry overnight. And after that, next project on the paintwork will be the olive drab and neutral gray, and the invasion stripes and decals, and touch up here and there, and the rest of the parts. And she's done, boys. So I should have this thing hopefully done by this Friday. Friday's be a lot more better day for me to finish this off. Tomorrow I could probably get a good start on the olive drab and the neutral gray, but I like to let 24 hours for the paint to dry before I do any handling on it, because I don't want to get any finger marks on it. Finger marks will really ruin a model, folks, especially when you take them to model shows. And this is truly a nice model. I really enjoy the Marauder. The Marauder was dubbed as the Widowmaker, the Flying Torpedo, the Baltimore Whore. They had a lot of problems with this airplane. It all came down to one sum, fellas. This airplane was built for the skilled pilot in mind. And you got to realize, as we entered World War II, we had a lot of pilots that graduated from cadet school, air cadet school, and they're more or less used to flying B-18 Bolos, maybe some Boston bombers or Hudsons, or even a couple of Mitchells here and there. They probably flown. And this is a new entire aircraft. This is the most modernized airplane outside the B-29 Super Fortress. That was really up to date and state of the art at the time. But the problems with the airplane is that it needed bugs to be worked out of it, and that's what they got pilots for. And at the end of World War II, she turned out to be a pretty good airplane, folks. There's old Handsome Jack right there, giving you a wave right there. And we'll zoom right back in again, folks. And finish up the video. Yeah, like I was saying, this is one hell of an airplane. When they figured out the bugs all worked out, and they found out this airplane was more or less flown by skilled pilots. Of course, a lot of the pilots back in World War II were becoming more skilled every day because they were in combat. And they handled the B-26 model quite well. The B-26 model was one hell of an airplane for its day. It could fly on one engine with no stalling problems at all. It just takes a high-speed landing and high-speed takeoff because the wings are short. That was the only downfall of the Baltimore whore. Other than that, she was a great airplane. She did her job, and she done well. And this has turned out to be a great bill. So I'd like to thank everybody out there for tuning in. And your comments are always welcomed, and they're always warming to my heart and soul. And I'll have my USS Arizona personal build. I got that coming up in a couple minutes, and this will follow after that. And I'll be updating my Marauder tomorrow. And here I am. We'll give you a good thumbs up and a bye-bye wave off, and we'll catch you fine fellows tomorrow, boys, and we'll zoom in, and that'll be it for me. And so thank you, everybody. May God bless, and you guys take care. Happy modeling, and please subscribe. Mikey Day signing off. Over and out. Bye, boys.